Noddy Holder is 80 years old today, so happy birthday, Noddy. I used to drink with Nod quite a bit back in the 80s, and I just wanted to tell a very, very quick story about him. We'd been out into our local pub called the Trumpet in Bilston, which was a real haunt of the old Slade guys. And we went off for a Sunday afternoon drinking, as we usually did. And then during the evening, we'd all had plenty of refreshment. So we decided that we'd go to a snooker club, which was owned by a pal of mine. I actually had the cleaning contract at that place at the time. And it was probably about midnight or 12:30 or something when we went into this club. And I did my bit of tidying up that I got to do, and Nod and one or two of the boys just went and set up for a frame of snooker. About 20 minutes later, there was banging on the door, and the owner of the snooker club, who happened to be an old school pal of mine, he came in and he says, "What the hell's going on, Ed?" And I said, "Well, we're just having a game of snooker, Malk." And just as he looked across the snooker table, Nod lifted his head up and he says, "All right, mate." And I said to Malk, I says, "Well, do you know who this is?" And he says, "Of course I do." And he says, "Well," he says, "the problem was," he says, "when you opened the door," he says, "you didn't turn the alarm off." And he said, "and it went through to my house." He said, "So I thought we were being broken into by a bunch of hooligans," and which is probably what we were. But anyway, that's a little tale, just one little tale that I've got of the fabulous Neville Holder. Happy birthday, Nod.